edition of In the Situation Room. I am Derek Kubicki. She is
Alexis Kubicki.
Alexis, how are you?
I'm doing great, like always. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Welcome, all viewers. And so, if you watch our last episode, we said we would talk about trying to bring
non-boxing fans.
Non-boxing fans into the sport, but the way we want to go about it is to bring a little bit of a history of professional boxing in Edmonton, explain the mechanics of professional boxing from the point of view of a fighter, explain the sanctioning organizations, so an average viewer or an average sports fan or a non-boxing sports fan can gain an understanding as to how professional boxing works, what is it about, what it takes to win a title, so on and so forth. So it's going to be almost like a mini series with a number of episodes, which we are starting with today. And throughout the process, it would be very important for you to hit the subscribe button.
Yes.
So this way you know when the episodes are coming out, so you don't want to miss it. As I said, being a mini series, it is very important not to miss any episodes.
Exactly. You want to stay active with us.
That's right. And this way you don't have to go back. And also, as we go along, we would like to ask you to send us questions regarding an episode or anything that you may have.
Even topics if you guys want us to talk about.
Of course, anything that you like us to address on the program, then please send us a message and we will respond gradually. So without delaying, let's get to it. So the history of professional boxing in Edmonton has been it's been a number of years. The Edmonton had produced great fighters, over the years, and the history of professional boxing stretches for over, I would like to say 40, 50 years.
Yep.
And which
I wasn't even on the planet.
you were, that's correct, yes. But so, it started with KO Boxing at that time. Glenn Carrier being the owner, then Milan Lubovac who took over and worked with Glenn. They put a number of phenomenal shows over the years,
which were actually taking place at the Shaw.
That's right. At the time, Shaw was the home. Occasionally, some smaller shows took place. I remember John Mendoza did some smaller shows at the ballroom and stuff. But yes, at that time, the place to see boxing in Edmonton was the old show, now called the Edmonton Convention Center. That's right.
Correct.
So, and again, Edmonton had produced some great fighters: Scotty Olson, Ken Lakusta, 8 times world champion Jelena Mladenovic, being the latest, which she was the absolute pioneer in terms of professional, in terms of women's boxing. Not only in Edmonton, but in the world, right? So all of that was going really good throughout the years. There were always 4 shows per year. You could literally set your calendar. It was, what was it, January? No, it was March, June, September and December, right? So you always knew that there would be 4 shows per year, and it was working really well. Now, what happened in about 2019? There was a tragic accident that took place. Tim Hague, following his fight with Adam Braywood, died after the match, and that was about 2019. And at that time, of course, anytime something like this happens, there was a big investigation launched by the Edmonton Boxing Commission, which is nothing unusual. That's a normal procedure for
and it was tragic because you didn't see that often in boxing at that time.
That's correct.
So when that happened, it hit not just in Edmonton, but around the world. Everyone was scared to put on shows because they were just worried about what's going to happen, because safety is number one.
Of course. And in addition to it, we were at that show.
Yes, we were actually ringside
at that show, right?
Yeah.
And I, as the fight was going on, I even, said, that they better should stop the fight because something was about to happen, and unfortunately, it did happen.
And
So,
yeah, that's why boxing stopped like for a year maybe in Edmonton.
well, no, a little bit longer than that.
But just a year alone after what happened because of the incident, so they had to like do all the investigation. You know how that goes.
All the shows got suspended, so there was basically a full review conducted by the Edmonton Boxing and
Not
Athletic
just
Commission,
yes,
and all the shows got suspended until they had reviewed the safety of the sport and came up with a new set of not rules but safety procedures
yes.
and mechanics that would be able to prevent those type of things from happening. And then
COVID hit.
so in addition to that, so viewers, imagine this: we have the sport being suspended up in the air because of the investigation taking place, and then of course 2020 COVID hits.
Yes.
So we have two things, massive things, that delivered a huge knockout punch to the sport of professional boxing in Edmonton. Out of control of the fighters or trainers or any other powers
Anyone,
to be,
right?
it's just happened. So COVID, COVID hits and everything stops.
You couldn't even train. You couldn't even go to the gyms
No.
and train. You had to literally train at home. And what does that do good if you can't compete? So
No,
us athletes were losing our capability of being in the sport.
absolutely. And so this was very massive blow to the sport of boxing, and it lasted. The first show that took place, I think it was 2023, right?
2023 or 2024.
Yes, and it was Alliance Promotion who picked up at that time, of course, another unfortunate. Milan departed, he died. So that in conjunction with stoppages of the show, with the death of Tim Hague, shows being suspended, of course,
No big
COVID,
promotion after.
no activity for a promotion, just like any other businesses, it's kind of stopped its activity.
Yes.
Fighters disappeared.
Lots actually. COVID ended some people's careers because they were getting to the end of it and they were saying, okay, I got 1 more year or 2 more years, and they just couldn't perform, right? Because you weren't allowed to.
It was very difficult to it's difficult to prepare for something that is really unknown to you,
Exactly.
and you can't forecast. As an athlete, you know yourself that
Yes.
if you don't know if your fight is signed or it's even on a horizon,
It's hard to train. It's hard to do
train.
anything because you don't know what's happening. Like you're thinking you have a fight in a month and you don't have a contract, but you're training, and then it gets closer to fight, and then you lose that ability, that emotions, everything. You just don't want to train anymore because what are you training for?
That's right. Yeah, and again, that takes us back to the comment from our previous show. Unlike any other professional sports, in professional boxing, you get to compete
It's that moment. It's that
two,
one
3 times
game,
a year.
yes.
Where any other sports, the major leagues, hockey, basketball,
Every second
baseball,
day.
you play every second day. So there is no question of motivation when they know the schedule for the entire year, however many games they play. So this is what happens. So then of course we fast going forward. Alliance Promotion picks it up. They find a new home at River Creek Casino and Resort, and since then the shows have been taking place more or less regularly, and the sport of professional boxing in Edmonton starts to rebuild itself and start producing fighters. So within the version of we have produced here, that's the history of professional boxing in Edmonton. We know the past. Now this is the present.
Yes, May 9th at the River Creek.
That's right.
I'm headlining the show. If you need tickets, please go to Iron Lady Promotions or message me. And don't forget, you get an exclusive fight t-shirt
Right there.
with my face on it. So who doesn't want one of those?
That's right. All over it. Alexis's mug shot all throughout the arena. So even if don't feel like smiling, she's been doing all the smiling for you. All right, well, this is it. This is our the part one of the mini series that we have talked about earlier in the episode. So please do not forget to subscribe to the show. You don't lose any episodes. Alexis, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Derek Kubicki, I'm the subscriber. She is the fighter.
Correct.
And this is all for today.